on Facebook. You know what? Ooh. Doing the taggings. All right. This makes me so slow. I gotta boost myself up. All right. So sad. Okay. Everybody, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Conversations with Francois. Today, we are going to interview Miss Nina Scott. He is a model here in Milwaukee and also has a business called HealthE Sexuality. So we're going to talk about HealthE Sexuality as well. So how are you doing today?
I am good. Thank you so much for asking me to come on and do this. Like, I feel all honored and giggity and emotional.
Okay. So, where are you from originally?
I am from Harvey, Illinois. That is a south suburb right outside of like Southside Chicago. So, Chicagoland area. Yeah, it's been receiving some news in the last, 10 plus years for, falling apart.
Yeah, my family is from Rockford, Illinois. So yeah, I understand.
It used to be a nice neighborhood.
They used to be, don't they? They all started off so well.
People be like, Chicago. But it be those surrounding areas and other spots that you don't really, get a lot of, traction on and stuff that's just as bad. So
right. So how long have you been here in Milwaukee?
3 years on January 8th. I know these type of things. Like, I know my debit card number. Gee, I just know these type of things.
Okay. Well, that's 3 years. So how have your 3 years here been?
It has been like a reset. It has been like an opportunity for me to really connect with self. It's been like a revival. It's been like a secluded getaway. It's been a fight. It's just been a roller coaster, but it's been great at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And you'd be like, I'm never getting back on that ride. One more time,
Yes. That is how I make you feel here. Because I've definitely left a couple of times and then, you back. And then it's like you kind of stuck here. I don't know. It's pulls you in. Pulls you in and you don't like it, but you like it. Yeah. So you do ride it again. Indeed. I understand.
Yeah. So I'm riding. I am riding this Milwaukee wave.
Okay. So tell us about your modeling career. How long have you been modeling?
Oh my. It has come to about 5.5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. One day it was one of those, this is the time to do it. I was at least 35, going 35.
Okay.
And I have this plan, like I was telling you earlier, like I live in the plan mode. So action is sometimes far and in between, but I'll be planning. I'll be getting it all together, y'all. Y'all got to hear me. Like, I got the plans. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And this contingency plan I had put my life on felt like it was keeping me from growing and becoming and doing. It was like, okay, who said you got to do it in that order?
Right.
And why is that concrete? So I just jumped out there.
Okay.
Googled something and took a chance and was like, oh, no.
So have you always wanted to model? Is it something that looks like a passion of yours?
Oh, wow. That's a hard question. Only because it became a passion of mine. I had some experience. My dad picked up a camera, dibbling, dabbling. So I used to be like his muse, but I don't think I really liked myself a lot then. So it was very uncomfortable to be in that space, to be in front of the camera. And then I tried modeling in like high school, but the girls were catty. Like they were like taking my clothes and running on stage on my turn. And I'm a Libra, so I need balance. I need justice and, fairness. I was just like, this not for me.
Right.
My skin wasn't tough enough for the industry. Like this is a cold industry. Like many of them are, but there are some beautiful people in this industry that make you love it and want to continue doing it. But it was not something that I thought I would do at those early ages when I was getting those experiences on it.
Right. So how has it been going for you now in these later years? How is it?
Baby. So now it's like I love all of me and I'm a very professional person. Like my friends are like, did you just flip on us? Because I'll be like literally like showing my butt, like clowning. Then I go straight into like business mode. And it's like, what just happened with you? So as being a professional, I love it because I come prepared. Like I know what it's like to, work with different people and how you are supposed to present yourself and how your model bag should be so you on point and ready for anything. Like I like that part.
Right.
I've been meeting some amazing people and I'm loving it. And it has been going great. And that's because I did the first thing that I want all models to do. Identify your brand.
Okay.
If you don't identify your brand, you'll be chasing every wave and every opportunity that comes that you think is for you, but you haven't identified who you are or your brand. So you're just running in circles at this point.
Okay. So how would I go about identifying my brand?
When someone looks at you, or if someone is considering, you for that modeling opportunity, what do you present? Who are you? Okay. So some females are like, I want to be an Instagram model because they see it and they're just clout chasing. And I'm not knocking anyone. But if that's what you do, then that's what you do. So you're going to get with photographers that, shoot those type of images. But if that's not your style, you may not want to work with people who only shoot those images. Right. That works against you.
Okay.
So just learning and identifying your brand, your image, who you are as a model, what you want to bring into this industry as a model helps you weed through, and navigate better when you're first starting out or when you're continuing your modeling career.
Okay. It's like sometimes I do photo shoots, but I don't think I want to be a model per se. But like I said, even when I do it, it's like when I get the photos back, my guy take the photos. He's like, oh man, you can see what I see. And then when he shows it to me, it's like, what you see? What you look at? What do you see that I'm not? Because this is not it for me. I don't want any of these photos. They all look, I'm not posting any of these. I don't want any of these. I don't know.
You're not alone in that. Because even though I've been modeling for 5 years, I'll be like, I don't like that. Because I am my biggest critic. I look and I be like, why you didn't tell me that my arm wasn't bent a little bit better than that? Why you didn't warn me that my foot wasn't like, I'm doing this all in my head. So when you're modeling, you're figuring out your stance, making sure you hold your stomach in. I don't give a freak how small you are. You still want to have that nice, I'm saying, physique or whatever. So you're, multitasking how to do all of these things before this camera go click. And then you get the image back like, dang, I should have did that. Or I shouldn't have did that. I should have had my head like that. Or so I've been like, don't post them.
Yeah. See, my thing is I don't know what to do at all in the pictures. I don't know how to pose. Like I remember my homegirl told me, she was like, just put your arm back there. And then when I got it back, I looked like my arm was kind of broke. It looked, I just couldn't, my body I don't know, my face and my body, it's like selfies look good though.
Yeah, because you can take as many as you want.
See them. And I'm like, why don't I look as good in these professional photos as I do in these selfies? It doesn't translate. I don't understand.
I want every photographer to have a mirror in the studio when I'm shooting so I can kind of see what it looked like before you take it, because I need that.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone who is really in love with what they do and have a passion for it can like confidently say, I ain't nervous. Like I just do it.
Right.
If you act and you are a trained actress or whatever, I think you still get them butterflies. Like you get that because you want to do a good job. I still get those feelings like, all right, G, we finna kill it. Like,
right.
It sounds like that in my head. People be like, you be ready, Nina, you be on it. I be like, only if you knew, boo.
Right. So, me in photos, I'm still trying to work it out because I don't know. It's just the whole thing.
You know what? That is awesome that you said that because I've been debating, like, what do I do next in my modeling career? And I want to help people.
You should. I always say I need a coach. Girl.
See, you know what? I know for a fact that one of my gifts on this earth is teaching. Like, I think I have the strong gift to take something from here, say it to you in a manner where it's simple enough for you to catch it and get it. Like, I know that that's one of my gifts. I know that. So if I can take that same gift and put it into modeling and just help people, like, I'm not claiming to be the best on earth, but I'm claiming to know some stuff that most definitely can help you get where you're trying to go.
Tell me how to pose right now.
All right, so
I see.
What are we doing? You said you want to pose right now in front of this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first off,
None
you
of
don't
this?
want to try so hard.
No. See, that's the problem.
The
That's
simple part make it look so cool because I've noticed me and I'd be like, you so posy, like I'm so and I'd be like, yeah. And it's a photo I've seen of other people and they just be having their arm down, just linked over like that. And I'd be like,
yeah.
Why didn't I just do that? Just relax. So I would say relax. Let's try it. All right. Let's get it. Let me move this mic up.
All right, let's move all this
face.
out the way. You see me? And they see me. Look.
So angles are good, meaning if you bend the arm, touch your face, touch your hair, touch your chin, like those are good. Because then it adds a little like dynamic or dimension.
I feel like this is my good side. But
That's your good side?
I think this is my bad side, but I feel like this side is better.
Whatever you tell yourself is what you're going to believe. You know that,
really?
Right? So if you say that's what it is, then your brain going to be like, that's what it is. Don't argue with us. We agree. The committee up there just working.
You're right. That is the good side.
Yeah. So I'm going to always do the one where I'm just like with my hair on my head or touching my face. I just think that looks so cute on me.
It's a good one.
I like it.
I like it right now. I would do it.
Give me, babe. Mm. And I like profile pictures where I'm not looking at the camera.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it together because I want to start a website for myself, and it's like, well, I need a photo shoot, and it's like, can we get our face together for that for the website? So we're gonna try.
Yeah. It was a photographer that I never got to meet in person, but he gave me a questionnaire when I wanted to shoot with him, and he was asking questions like, "What are your best features? What's a part of you that you don't like the most?" I was like, "Ooh."
Right.
He knows it.
Right.
Like how dare him ask me these personal questions? But I think that helps you as a model accept all of you and all your features as being your best features.
Right.
Because I got these long arms and stuff, and I'll be like, they be in the way. But then when I stop thinking about it and just flow with it, I'll be like, oh, these long arms and these long legs, G, is doing something right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
That is the way to do it.
Just a little tip.
Okay, thank you. So now let's talk about your business. It's HealthE Sexuality.
Oh my gosh. That is the passion. Yes. That is the passion. I have been confidently loving all of me for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
And my sexuality is a part of my identity. And I meet so many people who look at me like, they give me the side eye for a minute because I'm just talking about sex so openly and candidly. And they're like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that. That's still taboo. How dare you talk about that openly and mention stuff like masturbation in a regular conversation like that's normal, but it should be.
I always talk about sex, and then people will feel like that's me opening the door for overly sexual comments. But I feel like we should just be able to.
We should. Like, that's a part of who we are. And I'm not going to deny that part of who I am. And I meet so many people that are filled with shame and guilt, and they don't really connect with that part of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I want to create a safe space to where not only do I educate you, but I empower you.
Yes.
And then you can live an enhanced life. May that be individually or with your partner or partners, whatever that is. So we talk about body confidence. I am in the process of creating a body confidence challenge right now because I want people to accept that when you lack confidence, it shows in other areas of your life.
Okay.
It affects other areas of your life. Like if you're not confident in your body and then you enter a room and you are like the smartest person in this house, you may not own that.
Right.
You may like shrink a little bit because now you got that comparison living going and you looking at other people like, I don't look like them. But it's this weird society that we have adopted that we don't embrace our differences. Everyone wants to be the same. Who said that was right?
Right.
Who said embracing your differences was wrong? Mainstream will have you looking like if you don't fit these standards, then you are not it. And that is false beliefs. And then we hold on to other beliefs that others given us. Like my mama said, grandma said, don't you do that in the bedroom, or
Right.
you know, the pastor in them had said. And I'm not knocking anybody's belief, but I'm asking people to adopt your own belief.
Right.
What do you believe? What do you feel comfortable with doing or not doing? And then learning your pleasures. Like, how do you go these many years and still want your mate to make you happy or make you satisfied, but you don't know how to do that yourself?
Right. Well, yeah. Very true.
Nah, go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was
What you
gonna
gonna say?
say.
Run that.
Look, when it comes to, let's talk about healthy sexuality, I don't care for touching myself at all. I just feel like that's what men are for, or another person is for. I just feel like it's too many people in the world for me to have to touch myself. Is that a bad thought?
No, it's not. It's not. It's
I'm
not.
Like,
It's
I shouldn't
not.
have to touch myself.
It's
Too
not.
many people that I need to.
I think it's a thought that many of us have held on to. Do you know how long you've been thinking like that, or where that thought come from?
I think I attempted to masturbate before, and it was weird. It was just like, it felt weird. That's why I just felt like it was for somebody else to do. I tried to touch in there, and I was like, oh, God, it's warm, and I didn't like,
What?
my hands. I was like, I looked at them afterwards. Like, what you doing? Don't you be putting them in there no more. Girl.
Wow.
Those do not go in there. Go get you a vibrator.
So you are?
Yeah.
Okay,
Now I will do that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. Some people will touch but not use a toy.
Okay.
So you have many people that are on all parts of the spectrum.
Right.
And I meet you where you are. I'm not claiming to have the answer for you. I'm just asking that you open up that part of your life and live in that space, own that space. That's a part of your identity.
Yeah.
So if you are not comfortable doing something, I challenge you to ask yourself why. Maybe it could be a thought that was implanted, something that you had heard growing up. And now you like, I want to do it. But now you fighting that belief in your mind, like, we can't, we shouldn't, that ain't right, we can't do that. Just live in the moment.
Right.
So, yeah, I would like to know more about what toys you be using, Jay.
I only use vibrators. That's it. Like, I don't like dildos. It's like, I'd rather have real sex than a dildo. So it's like, really, I only buy vibrators.
So you like the clitoral stimulation on top?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot of people. Some people just like that. And some people do like penetration, but the clitoris has like 8,000 nerve endings.
Yeah.
So that is our sexual organ as far as like, that's where our pleasure, comes from. People be like, oh, I'm going to give her the D and I'm going to be all up in her. And it's like,
and there's plenty of times.
You're not stimulating.
Right. You be left and then I'm going to go grab
Right. If you're
So
not
many
stimulating
times.
that clit, right? It's a lady, I can't think of her name right now, but she talks about when a guy is penetrating a female, and if he is not stimulating her clitoris at all, then all he's doing is jacking off inside of her. And I was like, damn!
That is it, yes.
That was deep,
It
lady.
was. I remember I had an ex when I was in my early 20s, and he told me that most women don't have an orgasm. Like, he used to always be real big into sex and saying most women don't have an orgasm. But at that time, I was 21, and that was the first time I'd ever squirted. I didn't even know people could do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
It was scary a little bit. You're like, what is that? What's happening? What is?
Yeah. Yeah. So there has been debates like, is that pee? Where is that coming from? So it's a lot of now more like scientific studies that are taking place. You know, you got to think about it. We've been living in a male dominated world for so long that that's who were, you know, doing a lot of the medical researches, and we got their opinions, and we lived off of their knowledge in books for years. Now you have more, you know, females that are in the arena of medicine, and they're coming off with their opinions and their facts of orgasms and squirting and this and that, and it's like, oh, we're getting some facts, some real facts, not what people think, you know, women bodies are for, because we're to please men or our mates and for procreation. Other than that, don't touch yourself.
You know?
Don't you enjoy it at all? How dare you like it or mention it or initiate it? Like, you should just be chill, chick. You know what I'm saying? Until he comes for you. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful that we are, you know, growing in that, but it still feels like we need so much more growing. Like, let's talk about sex. Let's talk about your pleasures. Like,
and I want people to know that just because I talk to you about sex don't mean I want to have sex with you. I just like talking about it. It does not mean I want to do any of these things with you. I just like talking about it. It's a conversation. I don't want to do it with you. No.
Yeah, that's the sad part. If you mention the conversation, then that's an invitation. That's not the case, bruh. I'm not digging you. And I don't like disappointment. So at this point in the game, I'm kind of just going to touch me. I'll be meeting people, they be like, I'm a freak, I'm going to do this. And you be like, oh, for real? And then they go down, you be like, oh, for real?
Right. So much disappointment out here, you know?
Oh, my God.
I mean, and I guess you have to feel that way about yourself, that you know, if you don't believe in yourself, who else will? You know?
Right.
Understandable.
But that's where that touching yourself comes into play. Because some people you have to teach. A lot of them you have to teach. Now, every man is not out here like becoming a, you know, is this a nice podcast? I can just be free?
Yes.
Okay, because I am sitting up here trying not to curse. Oh my God, it's the hardest fucking thing to do in my whole world. Okay, woo, feels better. Okay, every man you meet is not, or every female, whoever, you know what I'm saying, is your partner. It's not a pussy connoisseur. Like, they haven't really taken up a lot of time to gain knowledge on how to please you. So it's important for you to know how to please yourself so that you can teach them, because we all have different care instructions.
Yes.
You know, we was talking about your plants, and it's like some plants need more sunlight versus others. Some need more water. It's like, you may prefer a nice gentle rub. I didn't want to be choked. Like, you need to know these things so that you can please me how I want to be pleased. Because if you're in the room with me, I'm going to need you to do your part.
Sometimes I don't know how to teach people. Like with my ex, he was horrible at oral sex. He was horrible.
Did you tell him?
Yes, the whole 4 years. I'm like, no, like, you are not good at this. He was like, well, I'm trying. Well, teach me. And I was like, I don't know how to teach you. I'm like, watch a porno. I didn't know how to. I just know. I was like, look, some people know what they're doing and some don't. That's just the way I was able to state it. I'm like,
y'all should have watched porn together. You should have been like, this is the way.
He said it was weird to me. Like, he always watched porn. When I'm like, all right, let's do it together. He's like, no, we shouldn't. Like, wait a minute, though. But you're always watching it. But now we can't sit here. But it's weird when I'm here trying to watch it with you so we can figure this out. God. Yeah. So, yeah, just.
That's a form of, like, intimacy that I think is sexy.
I think it is.
If you watch porn with me, oh, wow. We gonna make it.
You know what I'm saying? Turn this video on real quick.
Yeah. I ain't getting no recording though, because I'm like, I'm gonna say that. I didn't get a lot, so I think I'm gonna just say that one.
I guess I've done basic recording with the phone, but it's like now I have a real camera with a camera stand. It's like I really could like set up a whole bed in the corner.
I wanna do it. Like I want to set a whole setup, like and action.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think I will.
You
was
I ain't really like officially like off the market or nothing. So it's like they just be doing this cool stuff with random people. Like everybody don't deserve you.
Yeah,
you
can't definitely can't just be shooting videos with everybody.
Right. And then you live in a world, people were super petty. Not just petty LaBelle's. You got you some petty boys too. Like,
oh, let me tell you, I was on Pornhub once and I was looking through the videos. I'm watching one. I'm like, that looked like, and you couldn't really see her face, but still, I'm like, that looked like. So this months later, I see it again and I send it to her like, hey, first off, disclaimer, don't think I'm freaky.
Right.
But is this you in this video?
Right.
Her response, motherfucker, it was her baby daddy. He done posted the video.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. See, I would be crushed.
But then she was so good in the video. I sent it to a couple of my friends before I was like, hey, watch this real quick. Like,
what act was she performing that was so good?
She's good fellatio. And I mean, I was like,
that's what, you know what?
She was good at it. I'm like, you go, girl.
You got some people that are just good at it, and I want to raise my hand. Like I most definitely would toot my own horn. Like, okay, so that's when I knew I had a passion. This go back to yes, I'm gonna put this out there. Had been about 18, 17. Let's just go back. My first cheated on me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, dudes ain't nothing.
Right.
Here I go loving you and liking you, and you ain't on nothing, and I'm like, I'm gonna do what guys do so I don't get hurt. So that was my defense mechanism, is to be a guy in a female body. Like, yes, I know I'm a girl, yes, but I got these male mannerisms that just flow with me. It just it's now part of who I am. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna knock them off and don't talk to you tomorrow. Like, you cool. So sex has never been like this. We got to be connected and in love, and it's different for everybody, right? But when you know who you are and how that fits in your life, then you're a little bit better. So I was owning that, and this guy tried to like put me on blast. Like, we at this crib, and this is the spot that we all hang out at. We doing what young adults do, kicking it. Right. He tries to put me out on blast, like, so Nina, and I was like, yeah, like I own it. I don't care what you say about me, because I own it. So I'm most definitely gonna be like, yeah, I did it. So what? Did you tell me that you ate pussy? Like, don't make it seem like it's just one-sided. Like, right. And you licked ass, but you ain't gonna say like, oh, okay, right. So he comes to like put me on blast, and I'm like, well, let me just tell you how I do it. One girl was like, show us. We just kind of all partnered up, and I gave my first fellatio class when I was 18. Look at that. And I'm like, bitch, you a beast. But at that point, it was like, girl, your parents gonna kill you. Your brother watch porn all the time. So you can't just be out here, So it was kind of like that battle of the world standards versus my passion and me being all of me and not caring what people say and thought. That was a battle when you are people pleasing and, want to do the right thing. What is the right thing for you? Right. For you. Yeah. That's the thing. So I was like, oh, gee, we a beast. And I kind of like silently lived in that role as sexologist for many, many years. Okay. Until it was like, just do it. This who you are. And people are like, I need you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you do need me. You can see how them videos be going viral, them older ladies showing how to do different tricks. It'd be like, what? Share. Everybody be like, what you know how to do? Let me see. Let me learn. You said, what? Get a grapefruit. Okay, cut it. And then, so, like all of yeah. But it's that fear of the image of you. You know what I'm saying? It's that fear of the image of you will get, tainted and people will look at you differently and this. But when you loving all of you and when you liking all of you and when you owning all of you, what they think about you don't matter no more. Exactly. It only matters when you're insecure, when you lack confidence. So that's why I focus on this body confidence so much. Like, you gotta be okay with you. Some of us never develop breasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, okay, God is making me some customized, some nice ones. He he getting them together for me. They coming. And then it was like 17 and 18. I was like, okay, they really coming for real. Like, because all my friends had got them. And I didn't. I was like, okay, we gonna get these. He making them perfect for me. Like, yes. And they never came. I was like, so.
But but sometimes you have them and then you lose them. Like I was a 36D and then I had kids and now I'm like a 32D. You know?
Wow.
So, it happens, right?
I had some when I had my baby. They was nice. My mama took pictures like, you would never have these again.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I had a fatty after I had it. I was thick. Took a couple pictures and then it swung back down. It doesn't stay. It's okay. We embrace the moments.
But that's the part that a lot of us women still battle with. Like after having kids, how do you own your body? How do you have that body confidence when it's not the body that you originally had? Like, it has some differences now, but those is beautiful. Like you just brought life into the world with that body, girl.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, when you with your partner, they is not sizing you up like, look at her stretch marks.
Right.
Give her this beat. Why she got them curves and all that meat hanging over. Like they is not thinking that when they is giving you the business, him or her. Like they is into you. So a lot of women don't want to be on top either. And it's like, he is not looking at you like,
I feel like it.
Look at her. He is watching them breasts jumping around like, ooh.
But then sometimes that be a body thing. Because, like me, now I done lost my boobs and they're all saggy. So you're on top and they just.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh. Why can't we be perked up and just stay in place? But no, now we want to flop. Lean over. They just. It's like,
what if he like that?
And that be the thing, and they usually do, and that's the body confidence, and we over there tripping thinking about it, and they like, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was reading something. It was some data that was collected about women and how they feel about their pussy. I like saying pussy because it encompasses the whole part of it. So some women are not okay with the look of it, the smell of it. Like a lot of them aren't. And guys, when they rated them, they were totally okay on most of them numbers.
Right.
You'd be surprised. Some men prefer you come home with them juices that you didn't let, marinate, that you've been sitting in and working. He won't go down on you. And you be like, nah, let me get in the shower. But what he just washed off.
Right. Very true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just something to think about. Like, this is why it's important to talk to your partners. I am a big advocate of communication. Like, talk. If you don't, then we're going off of these assumptions. I'm assuming that you like this. Because you didn't say anything back, that's a good assumption because you haven't told me otherwise. I'm going to keep doing this.
Right.
Or I'm assuming you don't like that, so I'm not going to try it. But I want to so bad. It's like, you don't want to choke her. She wished that you would choke her, and nobody's getting choked. And this could be a beautiful relationship.
I know these struggles. I know these struggles. So he's just not gonna do nothing. He's not gonna. Yeah.
Did you tell him? You gotta say these things.
Communication.
Man, look, I tell people up in the gate like, this is a prerequisite.
I be shy a little bit. That's funny,
and that's okay. That's okay. Like that's where you are. So there is this sexuality quiz I'm coming out with. And just asks you about 10 cool questions. And it rates you on a scale of 1 to 100. You know what I'm saying? And where you fall is where you fall on that spectrum of owning your sexuality. And that gives you an idea of where you are. And if you want to do something different, it gives you an idea of where to go, like some direction. Like,
okay,
hey, I'm here. Nina, your certified sexuality and pleasure coach, is here to help you become more confident if you want more confidence. Learn how to communicate if you're lacking in that area. Learning how to identify your pleasure zones. Like, do you like to be slowly, rubbed and caressed? Or do you like that little roughness? Is your ear your spot? Is it your right ear, your left ear? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you like your nipples sucked on? Men and women, like, answer those questions. If someone was to lick your inner thigh, would that drive you crazy? Then it's like some dead zones. Like some spots he touch me now, I don't feel nothing right there. Like,
right. Right.
But that one on the neck, I'm like, how up. I play up. You proved your point.
You so Nina, how can people get in contact with you? How can they find you?
So my website is up and coming. I have this amazing web designer. So you can definitely reach me on Instagram at HealthE Sexuality, and that is healthy with the E, not a Y. So that's HealthE Sexuality, Instagram. The website is going to be healthesexuality.com.
Okay.
You will see the, under construction page with my face on it and everything.
Okay.
But it ain't up just yet. Yeah, that's how you can reach me for HealthE Sexuality. And Nina Nefertiti, that's my model name. That's my brand. The brand is sexy, classy, fierce.
Oh, I like
that.
What
I'm saying? So yes, you will see me naked, but in a way that I think is art. You know what I'm saying? You'll see me dressed, fully clothed, and all of that. And that's Instagram, Nina Nefertiti Model. And that's NINANEPHERTITY. I had to change some letters up.
Right.
Some letters changing up in there.
Okay. So I'm going to make sure I put all that information so you guys can find her. I'll put the Instagram, I'll put the website, so you always come back and you have the link to it. But thank you for coming and talking to me today. This is so special.
As always.
Thank you.
I love what I do. I even got products too. So y'all can go on fantasyfree.net right now and go shopping. And
I want y'all to know that going to the sex store, that is a great date idea. I've definitely taken dudes to the sex store. It don't mean you want to have sex now. Yeah. Once again, it doesn't mean that I want to do anything with you, but we definitely get in there. It sparks conversation because we looking at weird stuff. Go to the sex store. Sex stores are great, but I most definitely want to plug the educational pleasure parties that I, help you to host, where you can actually touch it out the wrapper, like feel it, see if it's what you like, taste it. You know what I'm saying? Like even with this, whole COVID thing, I do it where it's still safe, so you can actually try before you buy. Like, okay. Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah, I love that. Yay. Yes, everything from lube to books to coloring books to CBD oils to whips, chains. We don't have cages anymore because the pandemic caused a issue with our business partners. It was no longer a beneficial thing for us to support. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna give you a cage. I've always wanted to be a go-go girl. And I want to do that too. Oh my gosh, we were like that. Just in the cage, like you see me? Something sexy on. Exactly. Yes. Hey, we can still do that. Then I thought about opening the club with some cages, and I was like, people when they get drunk, they gonna dance for free in the cages. They gonna be like, girl, get in there. That's why I stopped drinking. I was dancing for free in the club. So yeah, we could definitely make this happen. We could make that happen like right away. Yes. Like right away. Yes, this has been so much fun. Yeah, well, thank you for coming, and y'all make sure you like, comment, share, and all those wonderful things. And I will see y'all later and talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Later.